Channel 2 advises that portions of this movie may not be suitable for young children, and parents are advised to act accordingly.
What do you think of YouTuber boxing?
I don't think that inherently it's bad, but I think it's like the old magician thing. It's like 1 out of every 100,000 is cool. So you're like, that's kind of neat, you know?
Well, see, it's like they're becoming. What's crazy is that they're becoming actual boxers now. They're not just like, because when YouTuber boxing started, it was like there was 2 really good YouTubers who were like not really good YouTubers, but 2 YouTubers who were really good at boxing.
Yeah.
You know, like KSI and then unfortunately Logan Paul, right? And they were kind of like the forefront of it because
for sure. They were definitely the like pioneers of the YouTube boxing thing.
Yeah, because they were drama machines and people fucking loved how much drama they, you know, created essentially. So I guess I don't know. I guess what I'm wondering is like over the years, it feels kind of interesting that the people who used to make fun of YouTubers for boxing,
they're doing it now.
are
Yeah,
holding the events. It's like, and then they're like, no, we're doing it for a respect. Like I remember when we watched the first Creator Clash, and they had the Eric from Internet Comment Etiquette, right?
Yeah.
And they did the thing with him afterwards, and he was like, we're doing this as a form of respect to the sport and blah, blah, blah. And I remember watching that and being like, dude, shut up. Like, just shut up.
Well, literally, it's funny because you can tell the like ones that were in it for the bullshit and the ones that were just in it to do it.
Right.
Like Michael Reeves, I was like, yeah.
No, that was
you go,
cool.
little guy. But like you said, Internet Comment Etiquette trying to make it it's like Rosa Parks on the bus. I'm like, chill, dude. I'm doing social activism by boxing.
No, and they really do try to make it seem like that's what they were. Like, he genuinely tries to come out on the other side. Like, I am better than what KSI and Logan Paul are doing because we respect the sport. It's like, bro, you don't think, I mean, as much as I dislike Logan Paul.
What are they doing to disrespect the sport?
Yeah.
Making money off of the event that they're participating in?
Exactly. Are they not training? Is it their fault that an amateur boxing match is gaining more popularity than most standard boxing matches?
Well, yeah, and it's like, oh, well, we did ours for charity. Like, that's cool. But, like, you're not the first people ever to do a charity boxing event.
Exactly. I never in my life thought I would be caught recorded defending Logan Paul.
No,
in
not
any
at
way
all. But
possible.
I'm just like, well, what makes you above that then at that point? Like, I get it. Okay, charity. Cool. That's fine. But you're a YouTuber. I'm sure Internet Comment Etiquette's got to make a good bag.
Yeah.
You
mean, look
know?
at his subscribers.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that he makes YouTube videos essentially shitting on people that he doesn't know, right?
Yes.
How does that make you any better than anybody else? Like, that's the thing. I love these dudes, but what I don't like is when you pretend like what you do is better than somebody else.
Yes.
That's the reason why another YouTuber we like Cody Ko and Noel, stopped making that's cringe series.
Well, because they have humility. Because they understand. They're like, oh, okay, well, we'll evolve with the platform, you know? That's what we're going to do.
They were like, we're being kind of garbage to people. That's not fun anymore. I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Anymore.
And it's not like there's a lack of them being like funny or being like, what the fuck? This person's crazy.
Not at all.
They still do that.
Right. No, and I agree with that. Hypocrisy is what bugs. Saying something, turning around, doing the exact same thing as the people that you used to judge.
Yeah, and then not acknowledging it really.
Yeah.
Not being like, I do see that this was wrong, blah, 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 and then doing it the opposite way. It's just like, oh, no, I've always been morally right.
Well, like, my thing is, like, I understand that the whole idea was in the respect, and it's a respect to boxing, right? And like you said earlier, other than them making a ton of money off of it, where was the disrespect?
Well, yeah, what are they disrespecting about the sport? I don't understand.
If anything, you were kind of disrespecting the sport by making it a bit of a comedy display with some of the fights. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like in Creator Clash 2. And here's I love Matt and Ryan, okay? And they did no wrong because they were hired to make a bit and do something funny.
Yeah.
But they were hired to do that national anthem thing. Prior to the main event match, you have two guys go into the middle of the ring and essentially make a mockery of the national anthem thing, and then, just make a bit out of it, right? Is that more respectful than just fucking two guys beating the shit out of each other?
It seemed more pure when Fatty did it too in the first one, in the first Creator Clash, because it was like, oh, that's just how Fatty's doing the national anthem.
Exactly.
Matt and Ryan are doing that because they're Matt and Ryan.
Because it's a bit.
Yeah, they're putting on a show. They're doing a bit.
They were hired to do a bit.
That's exactly it.
So it sucks because I don't want to, I would hate to ever be seen as someone who hates on whatever. But, bro, at the end of the day, if you're doing the same thing as the other person, you're no better than them.
Well, dude, that second Creative Clash just felt so artificial compared to the first one.
Oh, yeah.
The first one just felt like, okay, well, this just came together because they wanted to do this. Second one felt out of obligation.
And it was fun.
Yeah, exactly. It was fun. The second one, I just didn't even give a fuck up to the point of it. I didn't even watch it.
I did not.
I watched
either.
highlights and shit because I just didn't care.
I didn't even see the highlights. That's
No.
the thing.
Like, I saw okay, that guy won. Matt and Ryan doing the national anthem. Haha.
I saw the matchups and I was just like,
Okay.
I'm good. And then I watched the Matt and Ryan national anthem because I love Matt and Ryan.
Exactly.
Right. But like, as I was watching that, like I said, it just took me back to my point of, you said this was the idea of this whole thing was to respect boxing. And yet here you are making more of a mockery of it than, the YouTubers.
You're like, that's not what's happening here.
Because, don't get me wrong. Yeah, there's shithead YouTubers who'd put on shithead boxing events and make it look bad. Right? Like, I'm not going to take that away.
No, there's no lack of trash, like that.
Yeah.
Like you said.
But to go out there and pretend like what you're doing is so much better because you said so.
No.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Anyways, let's hit the intro.
Turn us on, we'll turn you on. We'll light up your days and nights. Turn us on, we'll turn you on. Open your eyes, set your sights on CBA. We'll turn you on, turn us on.
This fall, for the shows you'll want to see, Turn Us On. We'll turn you on.
I'm actually.
Where is Richard?
He's trapped in my basement
Why'd you do that to him, though?
because he's next to Dr. Dre. That's an Eminem song. Did you like that?
He's dead in my basement.
I'm assisted today in the podcast by Randy.
Howdy, y'all. How's everyone doing?
Before we go on, I really do want to show some appreciation to the audience. You guys have been awesome.
You guys rule. Juan shows me these numbers, man, and y'all keep it up.
I'll tell you, the analytics, especially considering this is like a very early on podcast, it just, I'm really appreciative of everything that you guys are doing. And I know Richard appreciates it too, and I'll make sure he says that to you the next time he's on. Any hoozles?
What if he comes back on? He's just like, fuck you. He's like, fuck all of you.
He's going to say that. Actually, he's on his way to becoming a true content creator, and that's the answer of becoming a true content creator, is to
100%.
tell the audience to go fuck
Is to
itself.
resent, hate your audience.
Actually, that brings me into a really interesting topic. Why is it that YouTubers start to despise their audiences as much as they do? I'm not saying all YouTubers, right? But
No, it comes to a point. Well, it's funny because you have those people that are like, PewDiePie roasts, destroys, murders fan, and it's PewDiePie being like, can you please like respect my boundaries, and it's like it's very respectful, and it's like, look at this asshole. Then you have actual YouTubers that are like, yo, fuck you, and then they get like, they get upward of that kind of shit. I don't think it's happening as often though.
What, like, do you think it's because they're a lot more like, because the fans are a lot more available to YouTubers than they are with like standard celebrities? I don't know though, because very like old Hollywood celebrities, they're usually assholes. I mean, unfortunately.
Yes.
And it's because they probably have had some terrible run-ins with fans. And I'm wondering if that's the same thing with YouTubers. The only difference is YouTubers are at home trying to do their shit, whereas like
it's like I think I know of more YouTubers that have been stalked to their home and shit like that, like people like coming to their door and like knocking on their door, that I have celebrities. I may just be talking out my ass, but I feel like I've heard of that more, like PewDiePie. I watched that Alana Pierce girl. She was on the Creator Clash 2. She was stalked very heavily, very scarily.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching this Nexpo video. I love Nexpo. He's so over dramatic. He's like, the YouTuber that was stalked. And then, it just goes into that. It's very melodramatic, but it's creepy. It's creepy. I kind of feel bad for some of these people.
What makes you think a fan, like, what do you think it takes a person to get to the point where they think they're comfortable to, like, stalk a...
See, it's weird because, like, when I was young and, like, it'd be like, oh, shit, this celebrity I like is on MySpace. Oh, my God. Miley Cyrus is on MySpace. I think I could riz her up. I could riz that girl up. And then that's like a elementary middle school thing to me. I don't know what happens beyond that to where like someone can get obsessed with like a celebrity.
Do you think there's people that never grow out of it?
Has to, right? It has to be like they don't get any other kind of emotional stimulation. So like all they get is the internet.
They create kind of a relationship in their head with these type of people.
Yeah, it's those, what are they called? Parasocial relationships, where people who like listen to podcasts a lot, or I mean, me and you, we listen to podcasts a lot.
He's calling you out.
I don't think I'm actually listening to
audience. He's calling you out.
I'm calling you out. Don't worry. I love everybody who's listening to this, but people get obsessed. They think like, I know you.
Right.
I know you. And to an extent you do. I think you can get that from listening to, I mean, you can tell a person's character. Like Joe Rogan has how many hours of content out there. Like you can genuinely be like, well, I kind of know what that guy's like, but you don't know him personally at all.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, because there's YouTubers that I've followed since like 2016, right? That I've genuinely watched them grow from 2016.
Yeah, and you get their personality, and you're like, I like you. I feel like we could be buddies or hang out. But it's the extent where it's like, I am that person's friend, and they would, if they just hung out with me, they would see I'm just an awesome person.
Which is interesting because so it makes you think about the entertainment and the content that's like produced nowadays, right? So like back in the day, people used to stalk a celebrity because they would read interviews in magazines, or they would listen to their music or watch their movies, and it was essentially because of the way that they looked.
Yeah.
Which nowadays, like what you said, people really can start to like feel like they get to know people, because a lot of popular content is people expressing like their actual personality.
People being online for like 8+ hours.
Right.
And you're seeing that person in real time. No edits, no like choppy shit like we used to have with YouTube, still have with YouTube, but now you can just see somebody as is pretty much.
Which is weird because like I said, back in the day, you used to have to like wait until like a Thursday night and they're going to be on Johnny Carson that night, and then you get a snippet of what they're like in quote unquote real life.
And it might have been like even to a more like severe extent back then, because there's this like mystery surrounding these people, which is, there's no mystery now. But back then it's like, oh shit, that's Cher. That's that's Elvis. Like, oh fuck, that who are they really?
Mystique,
they're a higher being than a person at that point.
I mean, dude, I'm pretty sure like back in the 80s, a guy like Prince was looked at as an actual
dude.
alien.
How do you,
You know what I mean?
Like celebrities talk now about like Kanye going to the grocery store and getting bombarded or something. But
Right.
could you imagine, like you said, like Prince in the 80s or some shit going to the grocery store? No, impossible.
in the 80s, I feel like the United States developed artists who would literally become world renowned
Yeah.
just because of like the art that they made, right? So you got to think, dude, back in 1980, whatever, to be as famous as Michael Jackson was,
Oh, dude.
you have to like the outreach that man had to have. Like, this is a time before the internet. This is the time before like distribution of media was super easy. Like,
Yep.
there was people listening to Thriller probably in like the mid 90s for the first time and realizing like the mystique and the magic of what Michael Jackson was. You ask somebody who grew up in the 80s, we look at Michael Jackson, right? Knowing with the knowledge that we have now, or at least like what's been told to us,
Yeah.
right? And we look at him in a completely different lens than someone who was a teenager.
In the 80s or
Dude,
something. with
Imagine
him, bro.
seeing this dude for the first time as a teenager.
Like the biggest superstar ever at that point.
Yeah, you're just some teenage boy in Japan, or like, you know,
Yeah, dude.
Korea and-
Everyone knew who Michael Jackson was, bro.
yeah, and you see this like larger than life character dancing and singing like angelically and doing stuff on stage that has never been seen before.
Yeah, and then like to your point of like people just being people, that really sad video of him, I think he bought out that grocery store to where no one was in there,
Just so he
he could, yeah, so he could just shop like normally, just like with a grocery basket. And yeah, I don't know. Regardless of what he did, whether he did, that's just sad to me though. I'm like, damn, that sucks. Like I get it. Oh, boo hoo, poor millionaire. But like, I don't know, man. If you had that taken away from you, it'd be shitty.
He's moonwalking down the aisle. He's got the cart and he's moonwalking.
He's all hamburger helper. Yow! I love cornflakes. I love cornflakes.
Michael Jackson bit, dude. That's real.
Spearmint.
That's real on time.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Blanket.
We're ahead of the curve here.
You kids know about Michael Jackson?
That is depressing, though. I wonder how many billionaires actually do stuff like that.
Oh, dude, it has to be.
Do you
has
think
to be a
most
good
of them?
amount. It has to be a good amount that
Like-
want to just feel like quote unquote normal.
Do you think Jeff Bezos ever does it? Because like,
I know he does the ranch thing.
well, because he used to be like a normal dude, right? Like he was just some
Yeah,
weirdo. who
wasn't he born in Albuquerque?
Yeah, and
Yeah, he was like raised in Albuquerque and
yeah.
shit.
So he was just some guy who like went to the grocery store and would, you know,
Could have been Walter White.
yeah. But instead, he decided to be Jeff Bezos,
Just Jeff Bezos, just the owner of Amazon.
Heisen Bezos.
Heisen Bezos. He is the one who ships within, well, now 4 to 5 days.
Yeah. What the fuck is the point of Amazon Prime anymore?
I don't even know what I pay for. Like, I watch The Boys like
You
once
just
every 2
kinda-
years when it's on, and that's it. That's all
just-
I pay it for.
You just gotta pay for free shipping every once in a while.
Yeah, there was a movie,
Yeah.
Disco Godfather. It was like $8. It was like $4 for shipping.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pay that. It was on Amazon's website,
Right.
but it got here in 2 days.
Which is faster than what Amazon would have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amazon's actual like quote unquote 2-day shipping that it says under the Prime checkmark bullshit. It's like, oh, arriving August 24th.
Dude, I remember when I was younger, I used to absolutely love that shit. Like,
Dude, it was here in no time.
yeah. I remember I got it for Christmas. Well, I didn't get it for Christmas, but I signed up because I needed things here before Christmas. And it was like, we promise we'll get it there to you. You know, Lord knows what I did to some poor UPS driver, but like that man was working till 3 in the morning for me.
Oh, dude, they were efficient back in the day.
So yeah, what the fuck are we paying for on Amazon Prime?
It doesn't make sense, and it's just gotten more expensive.
Yeah.
It's just gotten more expensive.
So back to what we were talking about. Like, do you think Bezos ever does that? Do you think he ever like goes into an Aldi or something and he's like, "Hey, we got to
See, I could see it because I don't know exactly how recognizable Bezos is compared to like a Michael Jackson.
well, if you're in the shop, if you're shopping and from the other aisle you hear yeah, then you know.
He's got that literal like supervillain laugh.
Hey.
Oh, hey there.
I hate how like fake bro he is.
Yes, like that
He's-
video
he's
where he's
stuck
third
in-
wheeling. He's third wheeling with his wife and Leo.
Yeah.
Leo's like risen his wife up, and you can just tell, and he's looking at him like,
He's trying to like push Leo back. And
yeah, see, like one of the most rich men on the planet, and Leo is by no means like poor.
No.
But like you know that at that point that a little more than something than money matters in that instance. You
it's
know,
unfortunate. Dude.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like every single podcast in the world goes in on this poor guy. Not even
Oh,
poor
on Jeff
guy,
Bezos? I
but
know.
Look, man, let me just be straight here with you. The man looks like he is stuck in frat fucking central. I don't know what happened between
his drip. It's just weird.
like from 2016 to now. Something happened to that man's mind where he just like went like, I'm gonna get jacked, and then he like went out, got jacked, and then started wearing cowboy hats.
yes.
And it was just
He
like
wears cowboy hats and like weird like puffy jackets and like in style shoes that are like orange and green trim and like blue laces.
it's the Albuquerque in him.
Oh, bro, absolutely, it's got to be. He's like, go Isotopes. How often do you think he visits Santa Fe? How often does he visit his underground compound in Santa Fe where he has his torture devices and shit?
Wait, who's he torturing? Bad Amazon employee.
No, him and Michelle Lujan Grissom, they're both in there. He's all, "What's up, Michelle?" He gives her a high five.
They're in there burning COVID money.
No, locals only.
I remember, I don't know if we can say COVID on but hey, whatever. I remember when that was happening.
Ovid.
Yeah. Ovid Co. I remember when Ovid Co was happening. Ovid Co 19.
Ovid Co. Redacted.
I remember when Ovid Co was going down, and every single time you would go on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, it was like, the reason they're keeping us inside is because they want to eat their babies out in public.
Yes.
It's like, I don't...
Okay.
Like, dude, I'm sorry, but were you affected at all by that shit? Because I feel like I look on social media and it's just this constant, like, barrage of people being like, we were stuck inside. We can
Where?
never
I was
leave.
like, where? When?
I'm like, bro,
I got COVID. I was out for 2 weeks, but the other 2 years of COVID,
I still worked a 7 to 5 fucking job.
bro, literally, we didn't get that weird compensation bullshit either that they all talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, the emergency workers. I'm like, I just worked through it. I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck y'all talking
They
about.
gave us a letter and they were like, if a policeman pulls you over and tells you you're not
Here,
supposed to be
give
on the
him
road.
this.
And that
Remember-
lasted like a week.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know if anybody ever got pulled over for just driving around.
Yeah.
Like that. You know, like, do you have COVID? Did
No,
that
Ovid-
ever happen?
Remember, it's Ovid Co.
Do you have Ovid Co?
Yeah.
Ovid Co. LaCroix.
Yo, you got
Remember
the
when
night.
people got LaCroix?
Hey, big boy, you got the 19?
Yo, you got the 19, buddy? You got that? Hey, you can have any beer you want as long as it's a beep.
Ovid Co 19.
As long as it's an Ovid Co 19.
Dude, I remember the day that they were announcing, the shutdown or whatever.
Yeah,
We
your
were all
brother was
We were all in the office, yeah, and my brother was in fucking Spain.
Yeah, dude, that was scary shit because Trump was going to announce like whether he was going to like lock down foreign travel and like
Which was terrifying.
dude, it was because he was there with his son.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what Crystal was going through? Like
He goes, Trump was like, he said, you have 30 minutes to get back in here. If you're
Get
not
on.
back in a half an hour, you're done.
get on a plane right now. Get on a plane. We'll send for you.
Look, dude, the thing about Ovid Co 19 and the idea that what really I remember, like I said, the day that they announced it, we were all standing in the office. And I swear to God, dude, if I didn't have my fucking Hawaiian shirt and like shorts and sandals on, being like, I'm about to get a week off, bro.
Bro, wasn't that so disappointing when nothing changed at all?
I'm telling
at
you.
all?
I mean, this is
what?
horrible. Yeah, but I know.
Doing the call-in orders and shit and like taking it to the dock, that's all that changed, bro.
There's somebody fucking gripping the steering wheel right now, driving their car, going, "What about the deaths? What about the dead people?"
It sucks, dude. I get it.
Yeah,
People I know died.
we felt horrible, man. Don't get us
I
wrong.
almost died. I got fucked up.
Yeah,
I got fucked up.
Like, we feel bad about the whole situation, but you know what else we feel bad about? Why didn't we get time off?
I wanted time off.
Yeah.
I just wanted a little time off.
You guys living in your fancy, big old high-rise apartments.
Yeah, Ellen
out.
doing videos like, oh no.
Oh,
I
Jesus,
can't,
dude.
I can't go outside. I can't do anything.
Do you remember
no.
Do you remember the Imagine video?
Dude, that's going to go down in history as like the cringiest thing that celebrities have ever done. All the celebrities that didn't participate in that literally have a leg up for life on all the ones who did. It's like embarrassing.
I'll just never forget the first time seeing it. Like, I don't understand. Like, what the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah.
And it's like, the thing is that somehow it was like every unlikable celebrity from that
Yeah,
time.
so like it was like it went from like Gal Gadot,
Which, all right.
like damn. But I think I confuse all the time the parody version
Yeah.
to the actual version.
Actually, here, hold on.
Because what was the parody version? They did Weird Al's Eat It.
Yeah, well, I think Weird Al just kind of made it as a joke. He was like,
So why y'all gonna come around here?
yeah.
And then yeah, it just chained from that moment on.
Here, let me see if I can find the video so we can watch it.
I'm pretty sure what's his name from Friends? Chandler.
Ross? Oh, Matthew Perry's in it?
Matthew Perry's in it. Matthew Perry's in it. Yep.
No way. See,
So
so yeah,
who
here
can
it
you
is.
guess is in it? Because I don't remember who's in the exact original video. I think Tom Hanks is in the original video.
I feel like you try to brush yourself from history if you're a part of this. I love the first video that comes up. It is from CBS News, and it says 25 celebrities sing Imagine in isolation, creating a moving montage.
Moving. Don't you love how they try to spin that cringy shit all the time?
You know what we're allowed to say though, because we were fucking theater kids growing up. This is theater kid energy at its fucking finest.
At its best, bro. Like, look at me.
This is like, you are so fucking full of yourself.
Literally,
that while the
dude.
world is on lockdown for a disease that might kill everybody, you went, I'm going to film myself singing Imagine by John Lennon.
Bro, it's like Madonna in the bathtub naked being like, it's the great equalizer. What's great about it is what's terrible about it. And
Wow.
I'm like, shut the fuck up, Madonna.
Yeah, some fucking mom with like 4 kids terrified for her life being like, oh, thank God, Madonna thinks it's the great equalizer.
Thank you, Madonna. I'm so glad that you're in your fucking bathtub.
Madonna thinks this is a good thing.
Madonna's like, yeah, go COVID.
right,
Ooh,
let's-
let's go. Hey.
Day 6
6.
in self-quarantine.
Oh, shit.
Okay, that right there is that is proof.
Self-quarantine.
No, dude.
That's like, I don't got it. I'm fine.
No, she essentially said, hey guys, it's been 6 days since I've been taken a picture of and anybody's noticed me.
I haven't gone outside.
So I'm going to make a video.
I'm going to talk
And I
about
gotta
this.
say that
She's fine though.
these
She is.
past few days got me feeling a bit
World
philosophical.
criminal Barbie, I love her.
You know, this virus had affected the entire world.
I also, the fact that she's like letting us know, like, hey,
She's like, hey, we're here, you know?
she straight up said, you know what she just did? She's 22 seconds into this and she said, hey guys, COVID bad.
It's terrible.
That's
Awful, isn't it?
That's all she
It's just
said.
awful.
COVID's just bad.
COVID's bad.
Everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, we're all in this together.
You're
the
okay.
great equalizer.
The great equalizer.
Madonna would be proud.
It's kind of culty.
And I ran into this video of this Italian
Ryan
guy
Reynolds like
playing
comes
the
in the back. He's
trumpet.
naked.
I was
He's
gonna
like
s-
eating toast. He's like,
Now I was gonna say on the other side of the video, like so she's holding it, filming herself. On the other side of the video, 30 people.
Big Ed from 90 Day Fiance.
Look,
like,
man, I know how this shit works. Okay, there's an entire production crew sitting in this.
you know,
in
they were
this house
laughing
with
their
me.
ass off right after it.
They think we care.
What if it was all the it was all the ones who did the Imagine thing? Oh,
Yeah.
I just remembered one. Will Ferrell did it.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell did it.
Okay. There's 7 Ellens behind the camera right now.
in his balcony to all the other people who were locked inside their homes. And he was playing Imagine, and there was something so powerful and pure.
I hate her. I really
Powerful.
do. I hate this so
It's so
much.
powerful.
It's the worst, dude. Like you pretentious rich.
You know what I saw that's like the opposite of this? It was a guy talking about Oppenheimer. I saw it. It was like, he said, it was badass. I said, hell yeah. I don't know if I describe Oppenheimer as badass.
See, I'm gonna say it right now, man. What I don't need is I don't need a 5-page fucking review. I need a guy telling me that was sick. Because here's the if there's one thing I've realized from movie reviews is it's usually like the guy at work that doesn't watch a whole lot of movies. If he comes in and goes, "Yeah, that was fucking good,
That was
dude."
awesome.
About this video.
She says
She's trying to read a
And
script on
it
the
goes like
screen.
this.
she's getting mad at the intern for not flipping the cards
Oh my
fast
god,
enough.
she's going. Uh-huh.
No, not you,
come on,
Kristen.
Kristen.
Not you.
No hell.
Oh, it's Christian Grey.
Above us only sky.
Who the fuck is that?
Imagine all
No, not James
the
Marsden.
people.
I love James
Yeah, to get
Marsden.
him in.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is
Ew.
theater kid energy.
Yeah. Oh.
She couldn't help it.
Timothy Chalamet.
Okay, no, that. Dude, look, what I'm saying is like, how did so many celebrities and publicists look through this?
Not
and
one
go,
of them said this is a bad idea.
Guys, the world's dying. They went,
Imagine there's no heaven.
no,
What?
see, this is what happens when they're locked inside. They have no one to talk to. They couldn't
What?
get this to their fucking publicists or their PR agents, so they just did it.
Dude, some dude, like an indie guy, like an indie filmmaker, made a movie like with Skype.
Right.
And then these people are like, imagine all the people.
See, and that's what I'm saying is like there was people out there doing like TV episode reads.
Yeah, they were like getting creative and shit.
Yeah, doing something special, and instead of doing something like that, they were like,
The biggest celebrities, the highest paid celebrities in Hollywood are like, you know what? John Lennon.
it is kind of jarring to have like Gal Gadot, and then it goes to like James Marsden, and it's like, whoa.
I'm like Cyclops. Okay.
Guy from Sex Drive.
The brother from Sex Drive.
Hey, he says
He does
naughty
kill
word.
that shit though.
It isn't hard to do.
Jimmy's drunk. You can't. You
Oh,
can't.
you know what? He is drunk.
Yeah, Jimmy
I didn't even
Fallon's
know that
drunk.
was Jimmy.
Yeah, he's even wearing sunglasses.
Yep,
in
he
the
didn't
video.
want to do this.
He can't help it.
You know someone made him do this.
NBC hit him
He's
up.
doing it on a hike, bro.
He's outside. You're not supposed to be outside, Jimmy.
Nothing they care
Oh.
or die
come on,
for.
Oh,
Padme.
Natalie.
No religion.
Zoe?
Zendaya.
Imagine all the people.
I think I hate the ones who try hard.
Yeah,
the
the
most.
tryhards instead of the.
Those are-
I'll prefer someone that's like.
Then there's someone who's like, you know, and like,
Yeah, dude, it's the equivalent of what's her name? Did the national anthem Fergie? The Fergie's national anthem. It's like the drawing that out. It's like, why are you doing that? Just sing it.
I just wanted to let everybody here know I got my inspiration for the national anthem from Random Woman number 7's cover of Imagine
From the Pink Floyd song.
somebody in their 30s. This is fucking life changing.
Holy shit! Another part.
You may say that I'm a dreamer.
What the fuck is that?
But I'm not
No,
the only
Amy.
one.
Oh, not Amy Adams.
Hope someday you will join us,
Try hard.
and the world will live as
Who cut this
one.
together? Who let this happen?
Imagine no.
Nope.
No.
Oh no, I
come
didn't know you were
on.
part of it. You fuck.
No, I like both of you.
God damn it.
No need for greed and hunger.
No, he makes sense.
Yep, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense.
Sharing all the world.
That right there. See, okay, hold on. So what we're looking at.
Sure.
The dog's fucking upset. We're
Dude,
looking-
he doesn't like it. He wants to get the fuck out of there.
just because you guys can't see what we're looking at. We're looking at it's the 2-minute 39-second part of the Gal Gadot singing "Imagine" with other
Imagine.
stars 3 years ago by BG Cyclops. This is the worst one, let me tell you why this is the worst
It's
part of the
awful.
video. Everyone else in the video is like clearly doing celebrity shit, right? Like everyone there is like, I'm sitting in my office writing a script. I'm fucking, out on a hike. I'm in my mansion. You know what I mean? This one bothers me. It's the green jacket and the yoga pants and the dog, because she's making it look like I'm one of you.
Oh, dude.
We're in this together.
Have some more chicken. Have some more pie. Doesn't matter if it's boiled or fried.
Celebrities pretending like they understood what was going down was just it's a clear.
It's like, I got you.
I'm not going to come out and be like, I denied COVID, because I knew that shit happened, right? But for the love of God, could people be any worse during it, man?
Well, especially that, dude. Especially those celebrities that are like, just be good.
yeah.
Just be good to others.
Bro, we were shut down they weren't allowed to make movies for 3 months, and you were so deprived of attention that you had to go out
Like, oh, boo-hoo.
and try and make a viral video.
Everyone saw those videos of those fucking house parties, too.
Yeah,
Everyone saw
imagine.
those fucking videos, those fucking house parties, dude. Like, jeez.
Imagine what that fucking group text sounded like, bro. That group text that everyone got from Gal Gadot.
Guys,
I have such a good idea.
I have an amazing idea, life-changing idea.
I've noticed that all of us haven't had any attention in the last, 48 hours. So I think we should make a video of us singing John Lennon's Imagine.
Mark Ruffalo's like,
That's the voice message you got back.
it's like Hulk, like,
I hate it.
dude, literally, do you think like Robert Downey Jr. was like, no?
Oh, dude, I want to know the celebrities that turned that down.
Oh, I would love to see that text thread where they're like, no, I'm not
Because
going to do that.
yeah, dude, the celebrities that turned it down are probably the best celebrities in the world, dude. Like, I wish there was a list of celebrities. Like,
These are
right
these
when
right
the
here.
right when the Jeffrey Epstein list came out, they put out a list of the fucking celebrities who said, "No, I don't want to be in your Imagine video."
When you can, this one's got a couple real celebrities in it. I think these are real ones.
Let me see. What's it called?
It's from The Boys. They did the
Oh,
Imagine
that's
knockoff.
great.
They did the Imagine knockoff. Yeah, and Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, absolute real ones. Not only didn't participate in the original one, actively participated in making fun.
The mocking of it.
The mocking of it is what makes me happy.
So is it The Boys Imagine? Or
Yeah,
what?
you could just The Boys Imagine
Okay,
it should
here
come
it
up.
is.
It's like a minute, I think.
Look, dude. So yeah. Okay. So we just watched the video of The Boys making fun of that Imagine cover. Exactly, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's just-
it's goofy as hell.
When people in the industry are like, that's cringy, you know,
Not
it's got to
just-
be bad for everybody else.
Not just like in the industry, but like some of the more recognizable faces
Yeah,
of the
absolutely.
industry.
That are like, nah.
Like they got the dude who plays Olaf to fucking make fun of.
Bro, it's actually insane to me. Josh, I forget his name, honestly.
Is it Groban or is it the opera
Josh
singer?
Groban.
Isn't that the opera singer?
Yeah, he was on.
Do you remember the really weird? Hold on. Do you
was it
remember
American Idol? No.
Do you remember the early 2000s and that really weird like influx of like male opera singers?
Opera singers, yeah, they do it on like American Idol or America's Got Talent.
They always had the same haircut. They had like the wavy hair, pushback,
You'd be like,
oily as shit.
Go ahead.
They'd
be
come
like,
out in a suit.
Do your thing. And then the audience is like,
Dude, I'm just saying, that right there is like a perfect example. I feel like those guys would have been a part of the Imagine video.
Yes, 100%.
Josh
bro.
Groban.
There's that goth guy who was on America's Got Talent. It was like, oh shit, you think he's gonna?
The guy from Queen. He's in. He's the lead singer of Queen now, right?
They're like, you're gonna be? Are you gonna be like a metal singer? And then he was like,
oh, that one.
And everyone just flipped out. Everyone just did a backflip.
Dude,
in the
I
audience.
cried, shit, and nutted all at the same time
Bro,
when that happened.
Watching America's Got Talent like for a few years in a row with the in-laws was just so brain breaking because I liked a lot of it, but then it was such a formula where I was like, why the fuck are we watching 2.5 hours of this bullshit? I was like, this could be 15 minutes tops of just the acts.
Well, it's because you have so much like filler, right? Because they have to do
Nick
like
Cannon being like, "Yo, that was crazy, huh?"
Yeah, they have to do the video package where it's like the music's really like dramatic in the background.
My mom died of ultra cancer.
Yeah, my thing is like, how many people had super AIDS growing up? Apparently,
All
like,
of them, bro. I guarantee the ways to get to the finals in those shows.
Oh, it's have a great story.
Great story. Dead parent, injured in the military, survivor of a natural disaster,
Super AIDS,
any kind of venereal disease.
been to hell jail.
Yeah, I've been homeless. Yeah, saying you're homeless is always a good one. I was a homeless vet.
Oh, dude,
a homeless
those
vet.
are the best.
Homeless vet. They got a guitar.
No, the homeless standards are not the vets. The homeless standards. Those homeless normies are the best.
See,
one.
but it doubles it when you're a vet too.
you get an extra point from Simon.
He's like, wow, that's amazing.
That dude always looked. I love how his stance is always arms crossed in front of his. Yeah, Randy's doing the Simon stance, but he did that so he could show his biceps off. And you know why I know that? It's because of that scene in Napoleon Dynamite where Uncle Rico goes to flex and he has his arms. Yeah. Simon Cowell did that every single fucking episode. And then what always bothered me about it is that it would be like Simon Cowell makes fucking sense, right? I don't know. Who's the British chick? Oh, no, that's America's Got Talent.
They had Randy Jackson.
Okay, no, but there you go. America's Got Talent. It was Simon Cowell.
America's Got Talent was weird as fuck.
Right.
They had Mel B. They still have Mel B. From the Spice Girls.
But then, what the fuck is Howie Mandel
Howie
doing?
Mandel. He's been on. I think he's been a staple of America's Got Talent for like 10 years now, bro.
And then like somebody would go up on stage and put on like a fucking crazy ass like opera performance where like they have the crowd crying, and then they'd be like, "What'd you think of it, Howard Stern?" And he'd be like, "Well, you know, I don't really. I mean, I do a radio show, but I didn't like the way you sang."
I don't like that. And Howie's always like breathtaking,
dude. But that's my thing. Why are they there? Like, what are they?
Amazing. I think Sofia Vergara's a host now.
What? Why?
Yeah,
like
it's her, Heidi Klum, Simon's still there, Howie's still there, and then Mel B's still there.
Dude, imagine you're being judged by people who like literally have no talent other than just my parents were rich and I'm hot.
I don't like using this word, but it's got like the two soyest guys ever, Howie Mandel and Simon Cowell. At least Howard Stern was like a dude.
Right.
You were like, okay, well, at least that guy's got like, he's like a guy. I feel like he could beat the shit out of Simon and Howie. So like, okay, you got my respect, Howard Stern.
Wait, hold on. So talking about those Fox fucking reality shows.
Love them.
And like that whole genre. Bro, what about The Masked Singer?
Oh, dude, The Masked Singer was crazy.
That to me, like I told Steph,
someone's gonna come out in a fursuit and they're just gonna belt. They're just gonna belt.
Dude, I was watching. We saw the trailer with Steph, and so when we were in Germany, we watched it with her parents over there, and dude, I remember looking over at her being like, there's something demonic about this.
You're like, what's happening here?
There-
Did someone come out in a
dude,
fish costume? You're like, what the
like,
fuck?
Number one, like, I don't think the crowd's actually there. I think they're just
Well,
superimposed
they don't
afterwards.
show them anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they don't show them in like a wide.
They don't.
America's Got Talent. At least you can see like
The crowd
oh shit!
behind
Look
them.
at the big old crowd. They're
Yeah.
they're at where is it? Radio City Music Hall.
The reaction of people like seeing a guy like do like breakdancing on stage and there's like a chick crying in the crowd. Yeah. And you see the crowd behind them. Yeah.
She's always got braces. And
Yeah, but the Masked Singer, it's like, who needs the crowd anymore? We have Ken Jeong.
Well, yeah. Wow, look, it's Ken Jeong. Did you know that he's an actual surgeon?
He's funny. Remember, he's the guy from The Hangover. That's the only movie you guys have seen, right?
He does the funny thing. He said fuck. He go fuck.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That whole like genre of like singing competition shows, especially nowadays, what it's become. What the fuck?
Tune in after the Big Bang Theory. Like people are going in from that to that. So it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's brain numbing. Is what it is.
That makes sense, you know? I get that.
I feel like people who watch that, like if you were to like put a stethoscope to the forehead, you would just hear like static from a TV.
See, I just can't help but understand because people are like, oh, The Office is normie shit. Modern Family's normie shit. I just feel like inherently there's a little bit more cleverness to that than something like The Big Bang Theory or something. I'm like, at least there's funny performances in those shows compared to that shit.
See, and I think the reason I'm so hard on The Big Bang Theory is because it has absolutely no right to be what it is. Because
No, it's got like 14 seasons.
well, not only that, it started in like 2008. By then, you should understand this is no longer the genre that you should be going
Game
for.
of Thrones is like funny, right?
Yeah.
You know, haha, Game of Thrones, Jon Snow.
But like,
LOL, Star Wars. You
you guys like Star Trek?
guys like Star Trek?
It's
Star
all right.
Wars, it's
Star
funny.
Wars. What about Star Wars?
Look, Leonard Nimoy's here. You know who that is?
Look, they're all autistic. Everyone point and laugh.
Oh
Isn't
my
that funny?
god, that guy is a bowl cut. Isn't
Look,
that
that-
fucking funny?
The fucking guy can't talk to a woman who can't talk when woman's around. Isn't that funny as
I don't
shit?
know what sex is.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so funny. Dude, look, dude, their hot neighbor is coming over to talk to them and they don't know how to react. Isn't that funny?
gonna get the hottest fucking woman you've ever seen,
Except for one.
except for one of them.
Penny. No, dude,
Penny's ew.
that's what I'm saying though, man. It has absolutely zero right to be as bad as it is. By then you should know this isn't the thing anymore. We don't need to do this anymore.
Bro, literally, like people used to knock back in like 2012, like Duke 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 Penny, Duke 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 Penny,
Oh,
Duke Duke Duke
God.
Penny.
See, that wasn't bad in 2012 though.
The premise is like what? Okay, sexy college girl live next door to nerdy college guys. Okay, that's not a bad premise. And then it went on for 14 seasons.
I think I talked about this with Richard on the podcast too, because we brought up the Big Bang Theory and I kind of tried to explain to him why I don't like it. It's because what the Big Bang Theory is meant to be is a movie. It's like an hour and a half rom-com
absolutely.
that
It's like a PG-13, very kind of dry.
maybe you get a
whatever.
sequel, you know what I mean? A third's pushing it. It's probably a straight to DVD, right? 14 seasons,
Which is probably like 1,200 hours of content.
fucking unnecessary. Dude, I don't need to see that much shit on my TV from the Big Bang Theory.
Like, why does the Big Bang Theory have as much as like 2 series of Dragon Ball? Like Dragon Ball Z and Super. Like, it's like, why?
Well, because, dude, nerd funny, man.
Funny man. Nerd funny man.
You know find funny when man say Star Wars out loud?
Will Wheaton, right?
Yoda, guys, am I right?
Hey, Yodi.
Dude,
Those are
they
my Flash
play-
training cards.
Yeah, I play Dungeons and Dragons.
I
The
play
crowd,
D&D.
the crowd losing their mind.
Get the crowd who's never played D&D. That's funny. That's pretty good.
I feel like that's the thing is like it's just making fun of like nerd culture, right? But what bothers me is that it was embraced by nerd culture. That's the issue that I have.
That's
with
the
it.
stupid thing. It's like, oh, that's so funny. I'm like, what are you? Did you actually do any of this shit?
Well, yeah, dude, when I was growing up, we used to play Dungeons and Dragons all the time. We would spend hours in my room playing blah, 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 and this and that. That's why I find
captures
Sheldon-
that so well.
I hate it, bro. I'm like, you guys are just making fun. Like, don't get me wrong. I get it. There's some quirky characters and there's some characteristics that really stand out. But Jesus, dude, really? This is what we're watching?
Dude,
This is
it
what
was
you're
such
putting
a
on?
it was such a bane. It was like for a while there was some good shit. Like My Name Is Earl.
Yeah.
like The Middle wasn't a bad show. Modern Family.
Richard's in the bathroom listening to this with classical music on in the background, putting on the clown makeup. It's just, you just hear. He's got his Big Bang Theory complete box.
It plays like the Joker music. It's like
Richard, I'm sorry. The next time we talk to each other, you can go in on me for the Big Bang Theory conversation that I'm having without you because I'm not giving you a leg to stand on. And
You've always been
apologize
nice to
about
me, Juan. Kisses you on the head.
that. It's after he,
Gary.
yeah, he sets his Bazinga shirt on fire outside. And I'm standing there like in shock because I don't know what he's going to do next.
Those are my favorite, the silhouette head Sheldon shirts with Bazinga written on them. Those are the best.
No, brother, the Flash T-shirt. So it's in the style of the Flash icon with the
No,
Bazinga.
yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. 'Cause that one guy wore the Flash shirt all the time on that show.
He was in the, wasn't he? He looked like you're about to pass out.
Dude, I was just like, I remember it because Z's parents used to watch it all the time.
The memory hurts me.
Oh, bro, because they'd be like, can we watch this movie? They're like, yeah, let's. We're gonna watch these last 2 episodes though of this season of The Big Bang Theory, and just sit there like hurting. I'm like, I'm gonna go have a cigarette.
See, and I don't feel bad about liking shows like That 70s Show because that was during a time where it was acceptable for it to be a sitcom. And not only that, they would the characters were actually fleshed out.
I don't know if
and-
I'm just an asshole, but like I actually like the characters in that 70s show. I like the performances in that 70s show.
not the characters in the fucking Bazinga show.
Bazinga, this guy likes Game of Thrones. That's his character trait. He likes the Star Treks.
Oh, look at this! Look at the guy with the curly hair. He was in Roseanne.
Oh, he's emotionally cold because he's a nerd and he's
Yeah.
very straightforward. That's so funny.
Yeah, that was there. You go.
Look, Sheldon got a girlfriend. Isn't that crazy? Holy cow.
So the guy who played Sheldon, his name was Jim Parsons, right? He was in he did like one movie after it.
He was
Home.
a racist in Hidden Figures.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say in Big Bang Theory.
No, that'd be awesome though.
Seriously, I
Like
didn't
he's
see that
like,
episode.
yeah, it's like the very last episode, and he's like, "Excuse me, waiter, I would like a different server."
Yeah, and that's the end of this.
Yeah,
that's
it's the end of the series. It's like Seinfeld. Like
And
they
then
don't
it-
go to jail.
And then it pans out, and it's Chuck Lorre, and he's standing there, and he looks at the camera, and he goes, "Winning," and then a
He gets
fucking
crushed by a piano.
Yeah, and then a
probably
piano.
the best ending to any sitcom I've ever seen. Right there.
yeah, that's amazing, dude. You put a sitcom on for 12 years or whatever,
and then you just trolled the audience
yeah,
at
you
the
just
end.
shit all over everything
He
they've
took
watched.
he took a big old edgy shit all over the place.
That I hate him, dude. I bet
Chuck
you
Lorre sucks, dude.
that whole he's the issue. He's the one who created the fucking genre of he's the reason the Imagine video happened. And let me explain why.
I don't disagree.
Because those people who are in those Imagine videos, other than probably Will Ferrell, they probably religiously watched 2.5 Men and Big Bang Theory and thought it was the best thing on television. And if it wasn't for his shitty writing, they probably would have never gotten to the point where they said, this is an acceptable thing to do.
I'm going to save the world by singing John Lennon's Imagine.
I'm honestly surprised one of them didn't fucking dress up like Yoda or some shit like that to do it. Just to be
Imagine
quirky and weird and
there's
different.
Oh, God. I'm glad Mark Hamill didn't do it because I don't love Mark Hamill. I still think he's kind of cringy.
Yeah.
But that would have exceeded it.
Yeah,
that
he's
would have gotten
old,
it
dude.
over.
He's old. He's
it's
allowed
kind of acceptable,
to be cringy,
I guess.
right?
Yeah, it's okay to be cringy at that point.
It's like when you meet a dude from the 70s who used to run with the OGs back in the day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm standing with you, brother. You know what I mean? You
You're
can't be
like,
upset at the guy.
Okay, you're like, okay, you're being sweet.
Yeah, that's
Like,
his
you're
way of
being a nice
expressing
guy.
himself. But what I have an issue with is a guy like Chuck Lorre who writes out an entire series, and then at the very end of it, after 4 incredibly mediocre seasons that relied heavily on John Cryer instead of Ashton Kutcher, takes an immediate shit all over his entire creation.
Literally, like not making any kind of rational sense, as much as 2.5 Men could, but
Dude, he was trolling the guy who made him millions of dollars.
he's like, LOL, got you, right, Charlie?
Yeah, like I get it. Yeah, the dude is a maniac. Don't get me wrong.
Who
I'm not
talks more
against
though
that.
about the Charlie Sheen crazy shit than they do about the ending of 2.5 Men?
Exactly. I mean, I bet you we're 2 of the only people on this planet that like
That are
vividly
like,
remember.
fuck you, Chuck Lorre, for that ending. Fuck that shit.
Changed my life, dude. You ruined everything.
It's like I feel as oh man, someday I'm gonna have to get into it about the Game of Thrones ending with somebody who gives a shit.
Oh yeah.
Because that ending is just so dog shit.
Wait,
Juan.
I wonder if we have anybody who watched Game of Thrones.
Oh, I'd be curious. You should ask Richard next time.
I don't know if he did. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I know. Tell him to watch it. Tell him to go for it because
then you can sit down with him and actually have a conversation about it.
He could, because if he watched it all, he would be like, "Yo, Randy, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean this show gets bad? This is like the best show ever."
Yeah.
Because it is. And that's why it's so frustrating.
Because
Juan.
then it hits that ending point. And
If
you're
a
like,
show sucks right away, I love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, give me more shit. But Game of Thrones doing that to me just felt like a spit in the face.
funnel and shovel that shit. in my
Funnel
fucking
and
throat.
shovel, buddy. Literally. I
Right.
want it.
Well, Randy, I appreciate you being on, bro.
No, man. Thank you
so
for
much.
having me on, bro.
Thanks for
I
being
absolutely
a part of
appreciate it.
To the audience, thanks again for listening. Thanks for being a part of the audience. And just remember to follow, subscribe, share with your friends, let them know about it. And yeah, we'll see you on the other side. We've been shooting from the hip.
Thank you.